Hi, welcome to my channel. I don't know how to wave with the camera upside down like this. Today I am just vlogging. I have some pinning to do, and I think if you're a cosplayer, you know how much fun it is to pin. How much fun it is to pin. Da, 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 da. So usually I listen to podcasts. I'm a big fan of the F+, but today I just decided to vlog first, F+ later. I'm taking this strip. It's going to be the center of my Cynthia dress, and I'm pulling all the basting thread out of it because I'm a big lazy doofus and I don't take my basting thread out. But the plan is I've got two ruffles. They look a little bit like dark blue intestines, but the ruffles are I'm going to pin the ruffle to the middle part, which I'm sure is the technical term for it. And of course it's going to be flipped over and lovely and look exactly like the DS game, I'm sure. That's what's going on. When I do cosplay work, I'm always in my pajamas, so that's pretty cool. Even if it's in summer, I get pretty cold. I think that's called being a never nude. I'm not sure. I never watched Arrested Development. By the way, if you're from cosplay.com, hi, and I am glad to have you here at my channel. Somebody at cosplay.com posted a lovely thread about YouTube, YouTube cosplay channels. I'm going to straighten the camera, hold on. I have not gotten to check out everyone's channel yet, but I intend to go check out everything and subscribe to everyone. I don't know, I just kind of believe in vlogging is all it is. Alright, let me think about how to pin this. I don't want it, here's the little V-neck part. I don't want it all the way up here because this part's going to get hemmed, and then you start getting into like sewing 8 layers of cloth, and no thank you. I think I just won't do that. Do I have this long enough? Incredibly I might, because I did cut this part long. Okay, I like where this is in life. Just one final kind of fluff and straighten. If it's not obvious, I'm pretty bad at gathering. I never know how to get my gathers even. I really won't have it down until I get it under the machine. Speaking of machines, I managed to bust my, the machine I usually use working on Toadette. Or maybe it was Toad. Somebody from the Mushroom Kingdom. But I'm sewing on my mom's right now, and it works. It certainly works, but I don't, if this makes any kind of sense, I don't really trust it. Like my old machine, I knew what it would do, I knew what it wouldn't do. This new machine, it's like, will you please take the heavy foot from me? Will you do that, buddy? The tomato, everyone has one, I would assume. Alright, putting the first one down. I think I'm just gonna tack it down. And then probably serge it to the rest of the dress and then top stitch it so that it flips up nicely. I'm thinking that's going to be my plan of attack. I don't really see how else you would do it. Looks like we're going to have to use a lot of pins for this. Not a bad thing. Until you actually start getting out of the machine, right? Ka-chonk, 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 pull, pull. Alright. So, I don't know, what is everybody else up to? I downloaded this new app, it's called Cosplanner. It's like cosplay, but then C-O-S-P-L-A-N-N-E-R, like a planner, get it? And I got it set up this weekend, and I think I really like it. It's kind of a check-off to-do list sort of idea thingy for planning your cosplays. I'm very big on planning and working ahead. I mean, obviously, I'm using this costume in August and it's May. Well, no, it is not May. It is March right now. It's going to be April by the time I get this video edited and up. But point being, that's still many months away. And I do like to plan ahead. So cosplanner is the kind of thing that I am just like all about. When you set it up, you enter your character that you're intending to play, and like, the cool thing is you can enter any character. My husband, when he was looking at it, he's like, I don't think that I'm going to use this because I don't do anime characters a lot. Well, you don't pick from a list. You enter anybody. Like, you can put your cat's name in there. It doesn't matter. So, and then it has a little area 2 to put the series that they're from, which is completely unnecessary. But I thought that was just really like a nice touch. You know, just one of the neat little touches that makes the app cool, necessarily. And you can put their picture in too. I went through and instead of like the picture from the series, if I had it, I put a picture of myself cosplaying that character. And it took me forever, by the way, to find myself as Shepard, which is weird because I'm in her all the time. But it did take me forever. I had to Google for it. Anyway, I like that you can put the pictures in, and then once you put the costume in, under the costume you put your little checklist of what you need to do. Like, you need to make boot covers, you need to buy the wig, you need to pin the ruffles on the dress, whatever. And it's a checklist. And the cool thing too about the checklist is you can put stuff in there that you need to make or stuff that you need to buy. I try to keep track and I try to make more than I buy. Just, first of all, it's cheaper. I've got so much craft stuff in my craft room that usually I can just like reach in a pile of junk and pull out what I need for that week's cosplay. That week's cosplay? God, making a cosplay every week. Whew, no, thank you. Anyway, I can usually pull out what I need. But anyway, I like to keep track of, I've made X amount of things, so now I get to buy one thing. So I really liked that. Some stuff that I didn't like. I entered older costumes in there because I just have things that like I need to repair, or I just bought a bunch of wig clips and I wanted to sew the wig clips into old wigs or whatever. And cosplanner tries to keep track of time. And it was trying to say that I started my costume in March. Well, no, I started my Commander Shepard costume like 4 years ago. And I could remember the exact date, but I'm lazy. And then too, because I only have 2 things entered in Shepard and neither of them are done, it's trying to say the costume is 0% done. No, not actually. The costume is 100% done. I could go out now as Commander Shepard or whoever. Toadette would be another example. She's all the way done. There's just a couple things I'd like to tweak, but cosplanner says, no, my friend, that is 0% done. So that's something I wasn't nuts about. And so, too, Cosplay Planner seems to be directly for costumes, which that sounds kind of obvious. Like, well, yeah, duh, of course you're directly for costumes. Like, some of my cosplay chores just aren't related to a costume necessarily. Like, editing these videos. Well, I'm not, that's still cosplay to me, but I'm not directly working on a costume. Or like I've got some tutorials I'd like to put up, maybe not necessarily on this channel, but like how to cut a wig into layers is a tutorial that I would like to put up, and I have it. So it's on my list, but it's not a costume. Make sense? But anyway, overall, it's free. It's great. If you have, I believe it's for iPhone and Android. And I don't think it's a web app. It should be a web app. It should link to a web app. Wouldn't that be cool? But it doesn't. If you have an iDevice or an Android device, go download it like right this very living second. So I had a fit of inspiration this weekend, and I put together character sheets for every character we cosplay, just in case we ever wanted to compete with like literally any of them. And when I say every character, I mean, I think I left off Gulia Yelps because I retired that costume like 100 years ago. But after that, I did Ibuki, I did Togami, I did Shepard, I just, even characters I didn't think we'd ever compete with again. I just did them, just why not there? And I put them all in Google Docs because it's lovely to have things printed out, but stuff happens, and it's also lovely to be able to just pull it up on your phone really, really quick and go, oh my god, I'm so sorry, here, this is the best I can do. You know what I mean? And I shared them too with my husband, so that if we ever get into dire straits and maybe I can't get them up, maybe he can, or maybe he wouldn't be around, or wow, maybe I wouldn't be around to help him out, or who knows. It's kind of one of those emergency survival sort of things. But the nice thing about that too is, let's say I'm going to Dragon Con or whatever, and right before the trip, now all I have to do is fire up Google Docs and print them all out and then go, hey girl, so it's just like one thing done, completely and totally 4,000% done. So I don't know. Do you all keep up with video game news? Are you sad that Zelda got delayed? I'm actually not, because the last Zelda that was delayed was Ocarina of Time, and that game, children, is a masterpiece. So you know what? You all say you need more time to work on Zelda? Take it. Take it. It's not my sad face. Just do what you need. Let's see here. More news. More news. Splatoon! Splatoon. Who's looking forward to Splatoon? All of you? I hope so. Just go buy a Wii U this weekend for me. Just do it, so then we can be Wii U buddies. But I am so looking forward to Splatoon. It looks so fun and so colorful and so bright, and you get to make your own squid girl. And the ruffles aren't even. It's not horrific. I guess you can make a squid guy too, if you really wanted. At first I thought the squid guys were just squid girls with ponytails instead of pigtails. I guess it doesn't matter. If you wanted to believe it was a squid girl with a ponytail, then you absolutely could. These ruffles really aren't even. You know what I could do? Don't tell anyone. Shh, our secret. I'm going to just cut the knot in my gather. And I know you're supposed to use 2 threads together, and I don't. You know, get hateful about it. There we go. So maybe I made these ruffles way too long. That looks a little more even. And then that too, we can just like whack that off at the end if we need. But anyway, I am chomping at the bit for Splatoon, and I hope the rumor is true that there's going to be Splatoon amiibos. What I'm really, really, really hoping for is if they do a bundle and you can buy the Splatoon game with a Splatoon amiibo, that would be perfect. I really actually think it would be cool if they did like girl and guy squid people. Inklings, I think it is. And what you could do then is we could have his and hers amiibos. I think that would be funny. I think that would be funny. So I tell you what, I'm going to keep pinning, but I am going to cut the video. If you would like, and even if you wouldn't like, would you please leave me a comment and just, I don't know, tell me who you're working on, tell me what you're working on. Maybe it's not a costume per se, maybe it's just something cosplay related, or maybe it is a costume. Is there a convention coming up? I think we're about to hit a dry spell before the big summer season. I think. I don't really keep up with the ones that happen in the Midwest. But anyway, tell me who you're working on. Tell me also too if there's like a specific makeup thing that you'd like to know. But I mean, just let me know. Are you curious about eyeshadow? Are you curious about bronzer? Well, I don't know. Talk to me. Tell me what to do next and maybe I'll do it. Anyway, I would appreciate it very much if you would hit that button right there and subscribe to me and get updates and leave me a comment and talk to me. And you know what? Just thumbs up if you feel like it. This is what a thumbs up looks like. I suppose it looks like this too. Anyway, I will see you later.